In week 7 of this program, you're going to be continuing the theme from week 5 and 6, which was students making their own impact game. Just a reminder, an impact game is a game with a purpose, with a message. And while your students are creating their own game this week, just a reminder to continue to connect it to the theme of the community garden that is involved through this program as well. So students can create some sort of game with a message of positivity around community gardens or the work that they've done and highlighting the work they've done in the community garden while they're creating their game. So in this week, there's 5 activities. There's, as always, the 15-minute check-in at the beginning of the week. And then at the end of the week, there is we call it the Game Design Arcade, but it's really a show and tell for students to kind of show off the games they've made. And we have 3 projects that we're going to add to our playlist right now. Okay, so these 3 projects, Impact Game Judge, Grow a Game, and Scratch Impact Game, is all about kind of wrapping up students creating their final game. And we do recommend to make that game in Scratch. So if you need a reminder, this is Scratch here, bringing in blocks from the block palette into the area where you're making scripts to move your sprite. And students can upload a background image of the community garden, bringing in new sprites, anything they want to create a message or a game around their community garden. Okay, so let's go to Mouse Create now. And what we're going to do is we have our playlist that includes the projects from the last 2 weeks. I'm just going to leave them in there because we're going on the same series of projects. So I went into the Projects menu here at the top of Mouse Create. I'm going to find the next 3 projects that I want in the Impact Game Design course on the left here. And I'm just going to find those 3 projects we want to add. We want to add Impact Game Judge. We want to add Grow a Game, and we want to add Scratch Impact Game. So I'm just going to go back into my group now to make sure that worked. Great, it did. So an Impact Game Judge, let's cover each one of these projects just very quickly. An Impact Game Judge. Students are going through these 11 different projects, and this can be done asynchronously with their students. It's really being asked for students to go through examples of impact games that exist online, and it's allowing students to kind of see how these other game developers that they're about to become a game developer have made impact games in the past and a chance to play with them, and of course review what they've done and submit a text response at the end of this project. In Grow a Game. Now Grow a Game, this is definitely an activity that you're going to want to do with the whole group, synchronous in a Zoom or a Google Meets call. And what's kind of cool about this activity is it has students to start ideating what type of things they want in their impact game. So you're going off the theme. That could be your community garden, but they're really starting to think about how other things that come into this game. What the value they want in the game. What's the challenge they're trying to overcome, or they want their game to overcome within the player of the game. And what the students actually do, and I'm in step 2 of Grow a Game here. There's a link here for an online version of Grow a Game, and I'm just going to let this load. It's a very cool little opportunity to, basically what students are doing is they're adding these 4 cards together to create some sort of impact game. And so every time I click the shuffle button, we see a pink card, green card, orange card, blue card, and the values of these. You can see the words are changing every time I hit shuffle. But students will learn how to play this game back in Mouse Create on the Grow a Game activity. It will tell you what all these cards are. It tells you what the blue one is, the pink one is, the orange one, the green one, and so on. And then students will actually be able to use this game. So you just click shuffle once, and now you create an impact game using these different features. So just want to explain that to you. It is very important for you as the instructor to really understand how that Grow a Game project works. And then the Scratch Impact Game project. Now this one you're going to want to spend a good amount of time on. We recommend at least 2 hours. It really is the capstone project here. And so the recommendation here is that a student will make an impact game using Scratch, the programming platform, Scratch. And it does, it is a longer project, and it has students. We recommend students working in small groups if they can work remotely with each other, but it is possible for students to work alone as well. But it's really walking students through everything they're going to need to make their impact game in Scratch. So after watching this video, what you should do as the instructor is that you should add all these 3 games to your playlist, and be sure to spend some time on each of these 3 games as well, just so you have an understanding and are able to walk your students through these projects.